You know how drones seem to be everywhere these days? Well, get this. By 2025, construction sites are going to look like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Mm.
Totally high-tech. We were checking out this podcast, Drones in 2025, the future of construction monitoring. And man, it's got some wild predictions. It really got me thinking because, we're already seeing drones on construction sites now, right? Like take site surveys, for example.
It's crazy. They're using drones to make these huge, super detailed 3D maps. And get this, before they even break ground.
Exactly. And it's not just the detail, it's how much faster they are than old school surveying. Imagine mapping like a 10-acre site in hours instead of days.
And way more accurate, too, plus a lot cheaper.
Blows your mind, right? And get this, it doesn't stop there. They're also using drones to track a whole construction project's progress, kind of like a time lapse, but way more detailed.
Yeah, that daily visual data means project managers can see exactly what's on track, what's behind, any problems before they get out of hand.
Talk about efficiency, right?
Yeah.
And forget those crazy safety inspections, people hanging off scaffolding and all that.
It's amazing how they can get drones into those tough spots. Bridges, skyscrapers, checking everything's safe, and the human inspectors are safely on the ground.
All this is already making construction way safer, way more efficient. But you know me, gotta see what's next, right? And what this podcast said about drones in construction, by 2025, man, it's next level stuff, seriously. So get this, by 2025, we're talking autonomous drone flights all over construction sites.
Huge, absolutely. Picture this. Drones, right, with their flight paths all programmed in, taking off, landing, totally on their own, gathering data all day long, no pilot needed.
Like a little drone air show, perfectly in sync.
Exactly. And all that data, it's beamed back in real time.
Okay, so what does that even mean for the people running things?
It means they can monitor every little thing, see how the project's moving along super precisely. Imagine, say there's a delay, some materials don't show up on time. Boom, the construction team knows instantly. They can adjust, shift things around, keep the whole thing on track.
No more domino effect when something goes wrong.
Right. Saves tons of time, tons of money in the long run. But honestly, this next one, even I was blown away.
Hit me.
By 2025, it's not just about the data, it's about understanding it instantly.
Okay, now you got to explain that one.
Uh-huh.
AI analyzing the drone footage right then and there sounds like we're in some sci-fi flick.
I know, right? But it's closer than you think. These drones will have these super advanced algorithms built in. They can look at the images and actually spot patterns. Say a drone's checking out a bridge. Not only is it getting shots of every inch, but the AI can be like, hold on, there's a tiny crack in that concrete, or that steel support, it's got some corrosion starting, stuff we might not even see.
Like an army of little robot inspectors zooming around.
Exactly. And the safety aspect, huge. Find those issues early, you prevent accidents, you know those structures are sound. But think about it, all that footage, it's a massive amount of information. How is anyone going to make sense of it all?
Yeah, it's like drinking from a fire hose, right? What good is all that data if you can't even process it?
And that's where BIM comes in, building information modeling. This is where it gets really wild.
Okay, break it down for me. BIM, drone data, how do they all fit together?
So picture the blueprints of a building, right? Every single detail, the walls, the pipes, the wiring, all laid out. That's your BIM model. Now, take the live footage from the drones and put it right on top of that model.
Wait, so you're seeing exactly where everything is in real time compared to the plan?
Down to the centimeter. And it's not just about being precise, though that's huge. Imagine the AI spots a problem, like there's supposed to be a pipe going through a wall, but the opening's not the right size. Flags it instantly, the team can fix it before it becomes a major headache.
It's like they're building in a video game, but it's the real deal. This tech is going to be huge for construction.
No doubt. And get this, they're even talking about using drones to move stuff around the site.
Wait, what? Like bricks and timber flying through the air?
Maybe not quite that heavy, not yet at least.
Yeah.
But tools, equipment, smaller materials, absolutely.
So no more guys hauling heavy stuff across a giant site. Just radio in an order, drone drops it off.
Exactly. And that's just the start. Think about safety gear, even emergency supplies if there's an accident. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
Okay, but with all this amazing stuff, got to be some challenges too, right? It can't be all smooth sailing. Yeah, for sure. Drones flying all over, it sounds cool. But what about the real world stuff, the problems that come with it?
Right, exactly. It's not all going to be easy, that's for sure. One of the big ones, honestly, is just the sheer amount of data. We're talking terabytes of information every day. Construction companies are going to need a way to actually use it, make sense of it all.
It's like trying to drink from a fire hose.
Right.
Right. You can have all the data in the world, but if you can't do anything with it, what's the point?
That's it, exactly. So the big question is, how do you manage all that? How do you take all those images, all those measurements, and turn them into something useful? You're going to need some pretty powerful software, people who really know how to handle that kind of data.
And that makes me think, this tech, it can't be cheap, right? All these drones, the software, training people, got to be a big investment.
Yeah, there's definitely a cost up front, but you got to figure the price of tech, it always comes down as more people start using it. And when you think about it, those delays, those accidents, all that wasted material, it adds up. Drones could end up saving companies a ton of money in the long
And
run.
they got to spend money to make money, right?
So it seems like by 2025, drones, they're going to be everywhere on construction sites, not just a cool thing to try out. I think so, yeah. And honestly, this is just the start. Drone technology, it's just going to keep getting better, more advanced. Who knows what they'll be able to do in a few years in construction and everywhere else. It really makes you wonder what other industries are going to be totally transformed by drones, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing to think about. Well, there you have it, folks. The future of construction, it's looking pretty high-tech thanks to drones. Safer, more efficient, better for the environment. That's what we're talking about. What other amazing technologies just around the corner, right? That's all we got for today, but stay tuned. More deep dives coming soon.